Hello, 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 and welcome to Reading is Fantastical. My name is Mr. Lauren, and thank you for being here today. Think you're going to really enjoy this next review. It's really a cool one. Let me get this thing set up here. I'm going to do something a little bit different. This particular story is based on a true story. A musical artist, and this person is an entertainer. And because of the length of the book, I'm going to break this up in two parts. So we'll read part one today and part two at a later time. Is that all right? I hope it's okay because it's pretty long. Okay. This one is called, oh, here it is, The Purple One, a story of Prince. Okay. You may have heard some of his music or may not. Make sure you talk to your family, your parents, whomever, and let them know what kind of songs. Well, not all the songs that perhaps are good for you guys at this age, but I think he has some really good music. The point is that is really a good artist. That's really the main point. It's not whether you have to go back and listen to music. It's just hearing the story of this great artist and what perhaps some of the things that this person went through. Okay, what Prince went through. And I think it can be inspirational to learn what he went through and how he overcame those obstacles. And we'll talk about those in just a few moments. Okay, the words are written by Matthew Burgess and the pictures by Sirin Thada or Tada. Hopefully, I'm spelling that correctly. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up this particular week is because it's in honor of the anniversary of his passing. Because Prince has passed on, he is no longer alive. Okay, and his birthday was actually, his passing was on April 21st of 2016, and I'm recording this on April 23rd of 2025. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm bringing it up because it's the anniversary once again of his passing. All right, so let's go to the next page. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit of the inside cover, and I have the book. I'm actually going to kind of read from the book a little bit, turn the pages here. So I'm going to try something a little bit different rather than just advance the slides. I'm going to do both. We're going to try something a little bit different. So, inside cover hat today. Prince is remembered as one of the greatest musicians and performers of all time. But before he achieved global superstardom, he was a child growing up in Minneapolis, that's Minnesota, with a universe of music inside him waiting to be unleashed. From his first forays into writing songs with his school friends to starring in the hit film Purple Rain, Prince was never afraid to blaze his own trail. In doing so, he created music that still makes people the world over get up and dance. All right, you know how to dance? Yay! From award winning author Matthew Burgess and illustrator Sirin Thada, making her debut, this picture book crackles with electricity and soul. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. So let me go ahead and advance it to the next page. Let's talk about the copyright page. Okay, so it looks like it's copywritten through enchantedlion.com. This first published in 2024 by Enchanted Lion Books. And it shows the information there. You can go ahead and make sure to reach out to these folks here, let them know how much you enjoyed this particular book. And of course, how apropos that we're reading it or going through it on the anniversary of his passing. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next page. All right, ready to get to the story? Are you sitting comfortably? I wish I was. I'm holding this book. It's a pretty big one. It's a good one, though. Lots of pictures, lots of colors. You'll see it. Are you sitting comfortably once again? Are you relaxed? Do you have reading ears on? Are you being quiet so you can hear and listen? Are you keeping your hands to yourself? All right, let's go. Let's go to the next page. All right, so here's the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and go to the book at this point. Here in a dark theater in downtown Minneapolis, a boy and his mother take their seats. He is the smallest person in the audience, the youngest in the crowd by far, and the only kid in the room. Let's go to the next page. Okay, we saw him, and now we see his mother sitting there in the audience. Okay, and I will go to the words part. On a normal night, he'd be in bed asleep, but this is a special occasion because what do you think it's for? Let's go to the next page. Look at that. Let me also turn the page here. You're looking at the page already. The man in the center of the stage is his father, John Lewis Nelson. And we see he's at the piano. And he's got a band, looks like, behind him. Looks like he's a musician all by himself. It looks like there's somebody in front of him dancing up, or part of the dance crew. Maybe they're part of the singers. Okay, so let's see what happens next. Go to the next page. All right. So we see this dancers there. And let's look to the words that are here. The songs his father plays swirl and fill the theater as dancers in flashy outfits shimmy and shake to the music. All right, the people cheer, applaud, roar, and for a few moments, the boy feels as if he's floating in midair. Wow, so a lot of people are cheering on his father as he plays his music and at the piano, and he has a band, like I mentioned before, and the dancers are dancing in front of him. So they have a whole band. Wow, I see where he got a lot of his music appreciation from, right? Let's go to the next page. All right, so you see the page already. Looks like he's in front of some sort of theater. Now let me turn the page here in the book. Oh, he's looking up. Looks like he's in front of the theater holding his mother's hand. Okay, and let's go to the next page. Oh, Prince Roger's Trio. Looks like 8 p.m. sold out. Wow, that's what it says on the marquee. Let's get to the words of the book. Prince Rogers Nelson was named after his dad's jazz band. Oh, it's a jazz band his father played. And it looks like Prince Rogers Trio. Something sparked when he saw his name in lights that night, when he felt the music surge through the crowd like electricity. So he got excited watching his father play in the band, excited him to want to become a musician himself, right? All right, let's go to the next page. Ooh, you see the page already. Let me go to the page of the book. So it looks like his prince is holding his mother's hand. Looks like a lunchbox, right? Looks like it says Skipper on the lunchbox. Maybe that's his nickname or something as a young kid. Let's see what happens on the words of the page written there at the bottom. Okay, of course, you can get this book at any public library. And of course, I'll share the information of where you can get it online through Amazon or perhaps at any other book publisher. Okay, let's go to the words. Prince's mother, Mattie Della, was a jazz singer with smiling eyes that sparkled and winked. She gave him the nickname Skipper. Ah, there it is, because he was so small and adorable. But at school, Prince was teased for his size. It's not very nice, is it? Are you teased at all for your size, or perhaps something's going on with you? Don't let that get in the way. You have skills, right? Let's keep that in mind. Okay, let's read the rest of the words on the page. Few of his classmates realized that this short, shy kid with a funny name had a universe of music inside of him. That meaning had lots of music already inside his body and inside his mind, right? So obviously he's going to become a great musician, but it was already inside of him, ready to come out. Let's go to the next page. All right. So we see the shadow of him walking with his mother, going to school with the skipper on his lunchbox, right? Lots of flowers. So you can see from this book here, all the illustrations, lots of colors, lots of really big pictures, things of that nature, right? Let's go to the next page. All right. Oh, you see the page already. It's like he's beating on some pans. Maybe those are his drums inside the house. Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it. Music called out to Prince, and he wanted to learn how to make it. He'd strike rocks together to create a beat and pretend a box of newspapers was his drum, thumping rhythms with his bare hands. Oh, look at him. Bing, 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 bing. I'm not sure it goes like that. It sounds more like a guitar rather than drums, right? So something like that, huh? Pretty cool. Let's go to the next page. Ah, you see it already. It's like he's looking at some guitars. Let me go to the page in the book. Oh, yeah, I see. Now I'm going to read the words at the bottom. Once, when he disappeared in a department store downtown, his mom knew exactly where to find him. In the music department. That's where he was going to be. It's easy to find where he was going to be, right? Oh, very cool. It's like he's pointing to some guitars there. Very cool. Let's go to the next page. Looks like he's, ooh, he's at a piano too. Look at what he's sitting on. He's sitting on some cushions and there's some books underneath. So he sat on whatever it took so he could be at the same level with the piano, right? All right. Looks like there's colors coming from his fingers as if to display that music and aura and rainbows are coming from his hands, musical chords and such, right? So this is really pretty cool illustrations from the illustrator, the person who made all the pages. So you can see that here. So he was already stroking the guitar. He's playing on the drums with the pans. Now he's at the piano. Wow, he's going to be playing a lot of instruments. Let's go to the next page, find out what else is going on from here. Ooh, look at the illustrations. So what was coming from his fingers playing on piano looks like it played a lot of musical stuff. So very cool. Let's see what the words say on this page. At home, Prince was mesmerized by his dad's piano. It was off limits to kids. But sometimes, when the coast was clear, Prince would climb up and dance his fingers across the keys on the keyboard. Right? Wow, very cool. Let's go to the next page, see what happens next. Only when the coast is clear, right? Let's see. Oh no. This is like a sad picture here. Oh no. Hmm. Oh no. Looks like somebody's leaving. His mother looks pretty sad and he's peeking around a corner. Oh no. Let's go to the next page and find out what else is going on. Oh, he's standing next to the piano. He was peeking out around a corner. Let's see what the words say here. Then one day, his dad moved out, but the piano stayed behind. A friend. So it looks like Prince made the piano his friend. So perhaps when he was sad or something like that, because his dad moved out, he would go maybe to play on the piano. Maybe that's why he called it a friend. Let's see if that's true. Let's go to the next page. Okay, let me turn the page on the book and get caught up. You're already looking at it. He's playing some music with his friends. Here we go. Prince taught himself how to play the Batman theme, TV theme. And at 7, he composed his first original song, Funk Machine. Oh, cool. So he watched a lot of TV and he composed, so he wrote his own music already. And this is at 7 years old. Wow. He imagined himself with superpowers, and making music was the best of all. So his superpower was writing music, right? That was his superpower, right? Yeah, pretty cool. Like his friends are sitting around, one's playing basketball, sitting on the bench over there, one on the bike, listening to him jam on his guitar, right? So the piano was his friend at home, but he carried like a little guitar with him when he was outside. Okay, very cool. Let's go to the next page, see what happens. Oh, you're already looking at it. Looks like he's doing some dancing or something going on. Okay, let's see what happens next. Oh, I'm going to the. Oh, I see. When he was invited to a James Brown concert, a 10-year-old Prince jumped on stage and danced a mashed potato. It was kind of a dance a long time ago, grabbing the attention of the crowd and the great funk master himself, James Brown. He was an old school singer, right? Very cool. He had like this really hype, really upbeat tempo music way back in the day, right? Very cool. Let's go to the next page. All right. Ooh, see, look, he's playing in his room. He's got like the papers. He must have been writing something. He's doing some composing, and he's got a big old afro. So this must be some years later, and he's playing on his guitar. Okay, let's see what happens next on the page. As a teenager, see, once again, he was 7 years old on the last page. Now he's a teenager. Prince sometimes felt alone. Oh no. So when he feels alone, he would write down his feelings on the papers, and perhaps he would sing those songs of how he was feeling. Right? Let's go to the next page to find out what's happening next. Oh, looks like here just more stuff in his room. Let's see what the words say in the book. In the hallway at school, or in the quiet late at night, he would pick up an instrument and play. He wrote song after song, sometimes 4 in a day. Wow. He has a lot on his mind and stuff, right? A lot to talk about, a lot to write about, a lot to sing about, right? A lot to play about. At 14, he formed a band. Wow, on his own band at 14 years old. And it's called Grand Central with his best friend, Andre Anderson. Wow, 14 years old, already has his own band with his best friend. So he must be a musician or something himself, right? His friend, right? You think so? Let's find out what happens next. Let's go to the next page. Okay, you're already looking at it. Looks like he's in front of a record store, wig store out there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's like people are hanging out, walking around. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's written on the book. Kids at school noticed Prince's talent, and in time, the teasing stopped. So he's used his talent. People recognize his talent, and so we're not going to talk about this guy. This guy is pretty cool, right? Got a lot of talent. So whatever it is that you do, you just let people know, maybe, or something like that. Maybe play basketball, or play pool, or you're good in school, or you're just a funny person, maybe a comedian, whatever it is, or just a good person. Don't let people tease you. Let them see perhaps your talent. Share it perhaps a little bit. Maybe that's what happened here, right? People saw he's pretty cool. Let's go back to the book. Okay. He even earned a proud new nickname because it was by his mom, Skipper. I'm sure the kids didn't really call him Skipper. Well, maybe they did because they saw his lunch pail. But now his new nickname, the human jukebox, was like some sort of music machine. Jukebox, right? Those machines you put money in there, you push buttons and it plays music. So he's the human thing of that. You must have played a bunch of different music if they call him the human jukebox, right? See what happens next. Go to the next page. Oh, we'll see that he's walking. Maybe that's him with his guitar, and he's got a big afro. A long time ago, they wore these platform shoes. So you see his shoes got these maybe a big stacked shoes, and of course he wanted to appear like he was taller too. It looks like somebody's driving by and saying, "Hey, how you doing, buddy? How's it going?" Maybe speaking to him. Let's see what happens. What's written on the book. Prince started playing gigs, which means like musical things, right? In the public, okay, around town with his band. So real deal musicians on the scene were impressed by this small kid with enormous talent. Wow, pretty cool. So you have people driving by and saying, "Hey, I saw you at the gig. Good job," something like that. What do you think? Think that's what happened? I think so. Let's see what happens next. Let's go to the next page. So I think you already see what's happening here. Okay, let's see what he looks like. He and him or somebody else is playing on keyboards, and somebody's on the drums. Let's see what happens next. Let me read what's on the page. Chris Moon, the owner of our local studio, singled him out. Say, hey, and he's been saying here, can you add a tune to these lyrics I'm working on? So he's asking him to add the words to the music that he's already working on. So he knows he has talent. He can hear the music and write to it, right? Surrounded by instruments, Prince couldn't resist. So looks like the same pictures are Prince. He started off on the piano, then he moved to the guitar. Let me read this from the bottom. He improvised a run on the keyboard, just what he said. So he did something on the keyboard, thumped a funky beat on the drums. So he did keyboard and drums. Wow, let me go to the next page real fast for you guys. Ooh, now he's on a guitar, looks like from the pictures. Let me read what's on the book. Laid down a groove on the bass guitar. Very cool. And sing a cascade of shimmering vocals. So he did the keyboard, the drums, guitar, and sang from what the guy gave him, the music that he wrote down. Very cool. All right. Let's see what happens next. This is a really cool story. Well, I can't wait to part 2, but right now we're working on part 1. Okay. Let's go to the next page. I see that what you have here. Let me go to the next page here in the book. All right. You see, looks like he's in the studio or something. It's like he may have fallen asleep. He must have been working really long hours. Let's see what's happening in the book. After school and on weekends, Prince caught the bus to Moon Sound Studios and stayed for hours, even days at a time, teaching himself how to make new recordings from scratch. Wow, this guy is dedicated. So he would spend hours and even days. His mom must be really worried, but I'm sure she knew exactly where he was, right? Because that's just how he was. He was a musical genius type person. So he would spend time there, long hours. Wow, very cool. Let's go to the next page to see what's going on. Okay, it still looks like we may be in a studio. Let's see what happens in the book. By the time he graduated from high school, Prince was a singer, songwriter, composer, and producer, and he had the demos of original songs to prove it. So he did everything musically. He wrote it, he sang it, he played all the instruments, and put it all onto some sort of record, right? And went to a studio and created everything, mixed all the different parts of it to create a song. Wow, this guy is a genius and taught it himself. So don't let anything stop you. You just have to get some books, ask a lot of questions, and learn how to do those things yourself. That's so cool. Let's see what happens next. All right. Looks like he's on the subway on a bus or something. The subway looks like. Let's see what happens next from the book. All on his own, Prince traveled to New York City. So he left Minneapolis, Minnesota, and traveled to New York City, hoping to catch the attention of a major record label. So now he wants to get known, right? He's going to travel to where all the musicians are, big time music, and see if someone can discover him, give him a chance so they can hear, so everybody in the whole world can hear his music, right? Let's see what happens next. Turn the page real fast. This is good. This is good. Oh, you can already see. Looks like he's at a table writing more music. Got his keyboard. Looks like an electrical keyboard this time instead of like piano. Guitar. Lots of papers running around or laying around. Let's see what's written on the book. His plan failed. Oh no. But this didn't stop him. So even though he had a setback, he still kept on, right? That's a really good idea. He didn't let anything stop him. He knew he was going to make it. He's going to do it himself. Okay, let's see what else happens in the book. Prince returned home, went back to Minneapolis, looks like, found a manager, and kept at it, creating more songs and publishing and polishing his music. So he went back home, got a local manager. He's not going to go to New York City yet. He's going to get his stuff together, right? He's going to write more music and get ready. So perhaps he can return later, right? With more music. Let's go to the next page. So now he's got bigger drums and musicians and speakers and stuff, right? He's going to make more stuff. Let's see what happens. So that's what looks like. That's what's on this picture. So let's go to the next page, see what happens next. Ooh, we got a lot of words in this one. Okay, we see a lot more music or instruments, a lot of electrical stuff here. Well, he got big time now. Electric guitars, electrical keyboards. Ooh, he got really good cymbals, all kinds of stuff. So let's look at the page. Word spread, and soon people began buzzing about this amazing young artist from Minneapolis. Seizing the moment, Prince flew to Los Angeles this time, okay, to meet executives from 5 major labels. So everybody heard the word. He must have put it out on his own. And so now we have people who are contacting him, say, hey, come to Los Angeles rather than New York. We're going to help and work with you. We want to work with you, okay? Let's go back to the book. One gave him a gold guitar as a gift, and another promised homes in Beverly Hills. Wow. They're trying to woo him to come on their label by giving him gifts. But the most important thing to Prince was the freedom to create his own music. Okay, so he didn't want to sign with them. He wanted to be able to have a label so he can create his own music, so he can own the music and put out whatever he wants, right? That's very cool. Good idea. A lot of work, but a good idea. Let's see what happens next. So he waited and negotiated before signing a record breaking 3-album deal that guaranteed his creative control, right? So he promised in writing down that he was going to create 3 albums, but he owned the right to create the kind of music he wanted, not let them tell him what to put out, right? Prince was just 19 years old. Wow, who does that? Who does that? Who does that? He was insistent because he had options. 5 people wanted to sign. He said, nope, 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 nope. Yes. As long as you give me the rights, then I'll sign with you. And of course, they make money as well, right? Let's go to the next page. Okay, let me get caught up with you guys. You're way ahead. Looks like here Something's going on in here. Let's see. Ooh, thumbs down. Let's see what happens next. So success didn't arrive overnight, and some people disliked Prince's flamboyant style and sound. He must have done something really new and interesting or different. So some people didn't like it. They probably weren't used to his style, right? Sometimes people just need to, enough people need to hear it. If there's something different, sometimes people don't like it. Let's see what happens next. Oh wow, they give a lot of thumbs down. Looks like he picked up his guitar and walking out. Looks like instead of those boots or the big platform shoes, he got boots. Yeah, he did wear some high heel boots and stuff. And he's got a different style. He got a little cape, stuff like that. So let's see what the words say on the page, right? When the Rolling Stones invited Prince to open their huge concert at the Los Angeles Coliseum, the rowdy crowd booed and threw bottles and food on stage. But Prince was an artist and he wasn't giving up, no matter what. So he opened up for a different rock and roll band, and maybe Prince had a different style of music. So they weren't used to his style of music. I think that's what happened. And you see those bottles and stuff that were throwing on stage. But he didn't let that get the best of him, right? He didn't get upset, right? Go to the next page. Looks like he's leaning over. Let's see what the words say. With his new band, The Revolution, he has a different band now. It's older. Prince combined rock and roll, pop, funk, and blues into a style entirely new. Wow. See, that's the thing. When you create something new, some people aren't used to it. They have to get used to your style. What else happened? He pierced the air with his electric guitar, commanded the keys on the piano, and with his voice. Ooh, very cool. Let's go to the next page, see what else the picture looks like. Ah, there it is. There he is. He's singing on the microphone. And so he had some friends of his band, Revolution, singing behind him while he sang. Right? He taught him the words, the how to play the his song on their instruments. Right? So him doing it all, he had the musicians play it the way he wanted them to play it. Right? Let's see what happens on the page. Prince could croon, basically sing the songs, shriek, go deep, and gently lift the roof with a sky-high falsetto sound, so he can go real high pitch, or go really down low. So he had a lot of range, right? He can go really low or really high. I'm not a crooner, so I can't go that high. I'm just faking it too. That's more of a falsetto sound. All right, let's go to the next page. Ah, very cool. And I think we're getting to the end of the first part. Let's see what happens next. Oh, looks like there's something going on the stage. Oh, we see people on in a concert. Let's see what the words say on the page. On stage, Prince was lightning and thunder bundled together. He would strut, do the splits. Wow. And pop back up, spin around, kick the mic stand, and catch it before it hit the ground. So he was a regular entertainer, right? You spin around, get the stand, have it go down, pop it back up, sing the song, and do all kinds of stuff. He's very cool. He's a really cool, fast entertainer. Let's see what happens on this next page. Ooh, he's got his guitar going. You see all the pick colors and stuff going on? Let's see what happens on the page. He even leaped from tall speakers in high heel boots. Wow, that must have hurt you on your feet, right? Very cool. Very cool. So, very good. So, I think that's the end of this one. So, we'll bring part two real soon back to you. I know you enjoyed it and you're waiting eagerly for the next part. Once again, my name is Mr. Lauren with Reading is Fantastical. This was the book, the purple one. I'll make sure to bring out part two really soon, but make sure you like, share, and subscribe and let people know. Go back and listen to this again, read this again. I think it's going to be a really cool story. Take care and have a great, great day. All right, bye-bye now.